Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lynn. If you've never been here before, I'm a third-year international student at the University of Guelph, and today I'm going to be doing a room tour. So this room is in Maritime Hall, which is part of the South Residences at the University of Guelph. There's Maritime, Prairie, and Mountain. And I've lived in Maritime before. I lived here my first year, and now I'm back in my third year. If you want to see where I lived last year in my second year, you can go check out my East Village room tour. I'm sure that I'll link it somewhere. But yeah, let's just start showing you around. So when you walk into my room, this is what you see. It's kind of hard to get a gauge of what's going on because, you know, it's a pretty small room. You don't get a lot of space to move around. So I'll try and walk you through the way that I have everything set up because I did change it from what it was when I originally got here, when I moved in. As you can see, my bed, my head rests on the same wall as my door and my closet. Right there is my closet. Right there's the door we just came in, and I've also have my mini fridge right here. The bed does not touch the wall on this side, so I've got, you know, extra room over here that I could walk in. And then over here is my closet. I currently have the light on in there so I can show you what it actually looks like. But there's a shelf up top where I've got some stuff I don't use all the time. My clothes are hanging. Down at the bottom I have a tub that I brought to move in with me. My sweaters, they're just stacked on the floor. I could stack them in other places. And then there's a bunch of hooks in here that I hang my winter coats on, and my laundry and my belts. And as you can see on the door of the closet, I have my towels. I always have to have that door open. I just choose to have it that way because I put my bed in the way. And I think that it makes the room feel a little bigger, that you can see into my closet. Now if we swing around a little bit, you can see this wall. I've got a cork board with a bunch of pictures on it. That comes with the room, the cork board. And then below it, this dresser also comes with the room. It's got 4 nice drawers. This is where I have all my pants, all my shirts, all my other stuff. The bottom drawer I don't use for clothes. It's for miscellaneous things that I want tucked away in a drawer. And up top here I have food storage with lots of different foods that I eat. I have cereal every morning for breakfast, so I always have cereal on hand. I have snacks. I have salty snacks, sweet snacks, chocolate, stuff like that. Stuff that I wouldn't get at the dining hall. And then over here, not sure if you can tell, but this big white bar is actually the light that comes with the room. There is no overhead lighting in the room. This is a smoke detector. And so this light right here is the only one that comes with the room. I've brought with me the fairy lights that you can see, a floor lamp, and then 2 desk lamps. I'd like to show you the different light settings that the light has on it so that you can tell how bright the room could be. So I'll do that right now. As you can see, I've also brought with me this big round chair. I sit there a lot. This did not come with the room. I brought this mirror with me. I have obviously a lot of plants. And then here is the window. It's got a nice shade on it that can go all the way down. I can see nice out into the courtyard from my window. The window only opens this far and it's on this crank here. And then down below, the glass down there is frosted. Not sure if you can tell. Frosted glass. I brought this table with me, and as you can see, I took off one of the back legs so that I could actually set it in on that concrete beam and give myself more space. I have my French horn here, lots of plants, because that's the best light in the space. And then up here I have the air system. It's not an air conditioner, but currently it is blowing cold air just from outside. I have it set to just fan instead of heat. This is the heater for the winter. There's a high setting. Right now it's on the low setting. And it's, like I said, just blowing in air from outside. Swinging now to the last wall in my room. This is my desk. As you can see, my 3rd lamp is there. This chair comes with the room, and this I don't know, I think it's supposed to be the nightstand, comes with the room. It's got a nice drawer on it. It's full of my miscellaneous things. And then down below I've got some books, cleaning supplies, stuff like that. I should take a minute to talk about the chair specifically. So as you can see, if I take off this, it's just a back, and then there's no like lumbar support, so I've brought this thing from home. It's very helpful. I definitely recommend it if you're going to keep this chair in your room. Get something, a pillow maybe, anything to support your back. And then on the bottom it's got a rocker, which you might think would be a good thing, but basically the general consensus is from students, this sucks and it makes you feel like you're falling all the time. So my recommendation would be bring your own chair. Additionally, I wanted to point out that this back here is corkboard, and up here is a light that would be motion activated if I had it plugged in. This is the desk light that comes on the desk. And generally I think the desk is a good size. It doesn't come with any of the storage that I've added, like these, or these dividers here where I keep my textbooks and papers and things. But it is pretty nice. I added these cork boards up here that are for display purposes. I have lots of plants up here, my clock is up here, lots of things. I'm not sure if you noticed it or not, but I do have a hot pot up here on my desk, and I do want to take a minute to talk about the things that you can and cannot have in your residence room, no matter where it is on the University of Guelph campus. So one of them is a hot pot. We're not allowed to have anything that creates heat, like an induction burner, like a hot pot. I don't even think we're allowed to have rice cookers. We're definitely not allowed to have pressure cookers. Not sure about crock pots. But that's just a safety thing. There are a lot of people living in this building, and it would be catastrophic if it caught on fire. So the university tries to mitigate that by putting in place rules that prevent you from having things in your room that could cause a fire. So whenever I want to use this hot pot, I make my way up to the microwave room, which is something that all residents have, and I'll show you that right now. Precursor, this is going to get pretty bumpy as I walk up the stairs, so if you get motion sick, maybe look away for this part. So all you have to do is go up one flight of stairs, and this is one of the lounges in our area. Here's the sink where I wash all my dishes, and then here is the microwave room. As you can see, someone has a toaster in here. There's the microwave that the university provides. There's seating. Some people eat in here. There's a nice trash can, but basically everything in here is fireproof, so nothing can catch on fire, and it's safe to cook and make toast, use blenders, use hot pots, all that kind of stuff. I kind of glossed over it, but here is the sink. It's just a normal sink that you can wash your dishes in. There's a light underneath it, so you can have some light. In here is the lounge. This is the 4th floor lounge. There's also a lounge on the 2nd floor and on the 5th floor. The 5th floor lounge, go up those stairs and then up one more flight of stairs. Basically the whole building is stacked with lounges, and then the way you get between towers, you can go down these hallways. So I live in Cove 2, but if I went down there, that's Cove 3, and if I go over there, that's Cove 1, down that hallway. Now I am back on my floor, and I wanted to show you the bathroom. So in the bathroom, we've got a toilet. As a stall, we have a mirror with 2 sinks. It doesn't come with like special hand soap. It comes with wall hand soap and the wallpaper towels, but we brought our own soap because it's better. It's got 2 shower stalls. This one's the bigger one. If you close the door, you know, you've got pretty good space. My favorite thing is that these doors are lockable from the inside. No one can get in there. Over here is a smaller shower stall. Not many people use this one. But yeah, that's the bathroom. I honestly really do like the bathroom situation. That's one of the big pros about living in South, is that very secure bathroom situation. And then you might have seen when I was in the hallway that it looked like sort of a semicircle. So I'll put a map down below, but South is organized into alcove rooms and corridor rooms. So when we were on the lounge floor, that's considered the corridor, and the floor that I live on is considered an alcove floor. So I live on the 3rd floor, and there are 5 rooms here, but 6 people. So a single, a double in the middle, and then 2 more singles. And 10 of us share our one bathroom the 6 people that live on my floor plus 4 people that live in the corridor up on the lounge floor. And then there's, I think, 6 levels in South. So I live on the 3rd floor, but there's 2 below me and there's 3 above me. So lots of people live in the 1 tower. About 60 people live in Cove 2. And there's an RA in every tower in South. And I personally am a cluster leader. So this tower you might have seen in the lounge is the Commerce Cluster. Not every tower in South is a cluster, but every tower does have its own RA. Some of the most important things that I think I have in my room are, 1, my full-length mirror, because there is no mirror that comes in the South rooms. There's the mirror in the bathroom, but you know, when I'm doing my hair in the morning, I'm not going to the bathroom to do that. The second thing is my mini fridge. In South, there are 2 dining halls. There's one in Prairie and there's one in Mountain. Unfortunately, not one in Maritime, which is where I live, but I don't have to go outside to get to the Mountain Caf, because Maritime, Prairie, and Mountain are all interconnected with a hallway. So I enjoy having a mini fridge in my room because lots of times I'm bringing back food that I've gotten from the cafeteria, I didn't finish it all, or I go grocery shopping for specific things that I want, like the university doesn't usually have pineapple, so I will go and get a pineapple if I want pineapple, or if I want to specifically buy some certain dish. It's nice to have a freezer and a fridge in my room. Otherwise I wouldn't have any way to preserve my food besides the dry storage food that I have in my dresser. Another thing that's probably important is a power strip. There are, I think, 4 outlets in this room, so that means 8 spots. And as you can see, I have like 3 lamps plugged in, fairy lights, my fridge, my computer, my phone. That's like already all of the outlets. So if you want to plug in more things, definitely bring a power strip. It's not against the rules. There are some rules about the mini fridges, how big they can be, but you can also rent a mini fridge from the university if you don't have one of your own and you don't want to buy one. Very good option. Another thing, a mattress topper. If you watch my East Village residence room tour, you'll see that like I basically set up that room in South, and you can tell that this room is a lot smaller than my East Village one. But one thing I definitely took with me was my mattress topper. It's the same mattress there and here, so it's basically a piece of cardboard. It's not very comfortable to sleep on, so I would definitely recommend that you get a mattress topper if you're going to live anywhere on campus at Guelph. Some extra things that definitely make my life a little bit better here at the University of Guelph is my comfy chair that I brought with me. I prioritized having a comfy chair over having a nice desk chair because I could only fit one in my car. And some other things, basically just anything that makes it feel like it's your room. So for me, things that do that are the plants. Unfortunately, we have a very small window, but I do have low light plants that are thriving here. Another thing is my comforter. I actually made that quilt that's on the bed, and it really makes it feel like it's my space when that is in my room. And then the final category of things that I would say are important to me is my school things. So things that have really helped me stay organized for school are these calendars on the wall that I printed out. I write down my due dates, I write down my class schedule so I don't miss class, stuff like that. Also the desk organizers that I showed you earlier in the video, those ones, super helpful. I have a million papers, and if I didn't have those organizers, they'd be all over my table. I also have like a pen caddy so that my pens aren't just like always in like a pencil case in my book bag. They're on my desk, easy to access. And besides that, I think that's kind of it for school stuff. I also have lots of my hobbies here. Luckily, I enjoy knitting, I enjoy sewing, so those are easy hobbies to have in my room. As you saw earlier, I have like 2 pairs of ice skates and a French horn, so lots of activities that I can do. I also have roller skates if it wasn't always snowing here, but yeah, so like I have lots of hobbies that I can do by myself in case I'm bored and none of my friends are available. So I think that that's something else that's important for you to bring to your room, something that you can do even if it's just reading a book, or if you like gaming, bringing something to game with. Yeah. I mentioned earlier that it's always snowing in Guelph, but so far it's October and it hasn't snowed yet. It usually starts snowing around November and it stops snowing in like March, maybe April. It depends on the year. but it's really not all that bad. I come from Ohio in the United States, and it's a very, very similar climate to Ohio, since we are in southern Ontario. So I wouldn't be too worried about how cold it's going to be. A lot of people that watch are from international places because I'm an international student, so perhaps maybe invest in a coat once you get here. Don't bring it on your plane. Like, there's lots of coats here that are actually good for winter. You can even go to the thrift store and find some for like $5. You can go to places and look at their clearance rack. That's where I got this coat. It's one of my favorite coats. It's got this shearling inside, and it's super warm. This is something that I might be wearing just about now in October. As you saw, I was wearing a 3/4 length sleeve, and now I'm wearing a shearling coat, and this will be perfect for when I go outside today for class. So I do have to get to class, so I'm going to say goodbye now, but please let me know if there's anything in my room tour that you'd like me to update you on for the time that I live here. I live here for another, I think it's like 6 more months, so within the next 6 months, if there's anything that you want me to clarify about my room, anything that you want me to do an in-depth video about that you saw in this video, please let me know in the comments down below. I read all of my comments. I love to hear from you. I'm so happy that you're looking at the University of Guelph, and I hope that you end up deciding that this is the place for you. This was definitely the place for me, and I love it at Guelph. I just want to share that in my videos. So have a great day. Comment if you can, like the video if you want, subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one.